everyone, we are here at Bill Gatton Honda of Bristol, and I am joined by Trace and Sydney, and we are here to talk about a very fun event happening this Saturday. It is the Bill Gatton Run for Phil 5K. Thank you, both of you, for being here. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah, and so Trace, I want to start with you. Tell me a little bit about this 5K happening on Saturday.
Oh, it's the Bill Gatton Honda Run for Phil 5K, and it happens at 8 a.m. this Saturday. It will be our 10th race, and we're so proud to be able to do this in honor of our good friend Phil Temp.
Right, and obviously Phil in the name of the Run for Phil 5K. And so Cindy, you were actually Phil's wife. Tell me a little bit about Phil and what it means for you guys to be a part of this race and to have them honor him in this way.
Well, Phil was really larger than life. He was a very enthusiastic person, but one of his really wonderful traits is he was so positive. Even after he was diagnosed with ALS, he was going to make sure that he would look at the silver linings, that he would make something positive out of that disease. So right before he died, I asked him if there was anything that he would want me to do, and one of the things he said that he would love to have would be to have a race named after him.
Oh.
And so, because he was such an avid runner, he ran 5Ks, marathons, triathlons, and he was very fast. So I know that he would be thrilled to know that there is this race for him.
Well, I mean, it's such a wonderful thing. I just got goosebumps from talking about that. And Trace, you actually had such a wonderful friendship with Phil, and you guys kind of got involved because he originally wanted to be involved with this race before he was even diagnosed with ALS, right?
Yes, he got involved in our race around the third year, and he said, I really want to help you improve it, and we were all about that. Everyone wants to improve, and you know, when he came on board, our numbers just soared, and plus his enthusiasm and his involvement with it, it just made all the difference in the world, and as a result, we had no choice but to certainly pursue what his wishes were, and that was to name the race after him and in his honor. So we've been so proud to be able to do that.
Right, and of course we want to talk about that. This is a fundraiser as well. This is to raise money for some wonderful causes, including ALS. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, the early years we had other causes and things we're involved in, which they're all good.
Right.
All the causes are great, but as a result of when Phil, about the second year he was involved in our race, he shared with us that he had ALS, and we thought, well, there's no better way for us, me being an avid runner, and that's how Phil and I became such good friends. He was such a motivator, and he was so positive, and I saw his advice a lot with running because he was so fast, and I thought, well, what better way to talk to a guy that can help you through that? So that was a way that I felt like I could give back, and of course being involved with running and Bill Gatton Honda, I said I gathered our team together, and I said I want to do a 5K, and they said, tell us where to start. And I have such a great team, and they get involved from day one, and it couldn't happen without them.
Right.
It really couldn't.
Takes a village, right?
If I didn't have the support that I did, there's no way I could have ever done it. So I contacted Hank Brown, who's with We Run Events, and he started with our race the very first year, and he started his company that year, and he began timing races throughout the area, and he jumped on board with us, and everything we do is for the benefit of ALS, and we give all of it back to them. So it's a way that Bill Gatton Honda can give back.
That's wonderful. And so tell me a little bit about, Cindy, about watching kind of how this race has evolved to Phil working with everyone to set up the race, and now to this being in honor of him.
It's really amazing. It's so exciting to see that he has something that honors his memory, that also gives back to the Tennessee ALS Association, because this ALS is such a devastating disease emotionally for families and for the individual, but there's such a financial burden at times because the disease progresses so quickly that in 1 month you may need a different piece of equipment than you needed the month before, and none of the equipment is inexpensive. Right. So it's really important that that be supported. And that was one of Phil's major reasons for going on with. He loved the race. I'll never forget the year he was in his motorized wheelchair and he was running along with everybody else, cheering him on, you know, go, go, go. But he always believed in making a positive impact. And even after he was diagnosed, he did motivational speaking to raise money. And so he was just quite a guy.
To see the community support you and back this race, I mean, what is your reaction?
Oh, it's just wonderful. I mean, to know that people come out for that reason, and that he passed away about in October 1st, so it's been almost 5 years, and to know even after 5 years that people want to get out and do this in his honor and to continue to raise money for all the other individuals that are being struck daily with this horrible disease. So.
And so if people, if people want to sign up, how can they register? Give us the details of the race.
Right. You can go online, of course, to our Bill Gatton Honda website. Also, we run events. That's Hank and his team that do the timing. Or you can go to runtricities.org. There's several different ways. And obviously, if you don't want to pre-register, you can save a little bit by doing it early. But if you want to show up the morning of the race, please do so.
You can still run.
Still run the morning of the race, and we want to make sure that everybody knows if you're not a runner, that's okay. You can still come and walk your pet, and just support those that do participate, because that's so important. When you're out there and you think you're not going to make it to the finish line, and someone says, come on, you can do it. You just wouldn't believe how that helps you get to the finish.
And so it's this Saturday, start time, and where's the start line?
8 a.m. downtown Bristol, okay, underneath the big Bristol sign that says a great, good place
Easy
to live.
enough.
Easy enough.
Right, and the best part is if you can't make it to the event, you can also donate online and support these wonderful causes.
That's exactly right.
Thank you so much, Cindy and Trace. We really appreciate you telling us all about it. All the information for this Run for Phil, the Bill Gatton Run for Phil 5K, is right there on your screen. There's still time to pre-register, but you can also show up the day of and run. Thank you so much, both of you. We appreciate it.
Thank you.